What's up, y'all? It's your girl S to the C Scorpio, S to the C Squirt Goddess. Out here on my morning walk, on my mindfulness well-being walk. Shout out all my EastsideBabies. So today I wanted to talk about stepping your game up. You know, they on there getting it in. You know, I like to come out early when there's not a lot of people out, because we're dealing with some serious mental health crisis in the world right now as a result of the global pandemic. You know, a lot of people are mentally unstable right now, and you guys know that I do a lot of videos surrounding mental health and mental health awareness, because now is a crucial time for all of us to step our game up, to step up our mental fortitude, and to just be prepared for the unknown. Y'all probably thinking, you in Cali, Scorpio, why you got this hood on? It's raining. Well, it's not raining now, but it's like sprinkling on and off. And, you know, we've been having heat advisory warnings all this week. You know, reduce the amount of electricity you using, conserve energy. And, you know, I had an emergency alert system in my phone regarding conserving energy. And as it pertains to the topic of my video, Step Your Game Up, and we talking about conserving energy, that's just not so the grid won't go down. But too many of us, we be so occupied with just life, our day-to-day activities, and, you know, whatever we do in our spare time, and just focus on all these other things. But what you gonna do if the grid goes down? Many people not even prepared. Many people don't have a month's worth of supply of water, let alone a week worth of water, you know? So it's just time to step your game up in all areas of life. You know, your mental fortitude, be able to go the extra mile and go the distance, you know, as it pertains to your health and your thought process and your mental well-being. So I got a call yesterday from a friend, and I could hear it in her voice that she was going through something, right? And of course, she didn't come out straightforward and say it, but because I'm tapped in and tuned in, I could hear the panic and the anxiety in her voice. So as we continue through the conversation, she goes to share with me that her mom is out of town and she's having a hard time because her mom cleans her house, her mom helps her with her kids, and her mom's out of town, so she's kind of stressed out because she doesn't know how she's gonna get from point A to point B without her mother's assistance. So we chop it up, we talk, and when I get off the phone with her, I'm like, damn, you know, people have the luxury of having help in their life. People have the luxury of having support, and still many can't get their shit together. Now, I'm not bashing my friend. I'm not hating. To each his own, to each her own. But your mom just went on a little vacation. What happens if, God forbid, the unthinkable? So that led me to this video, Step Your Game Up, because some of us don't have people that we could fall back on. And when I say fall back in this sense, I mean to help lift you up or support you or motivate you or encourage you. So I'm always getting calls from people, you know, to the point where it kind of makes me want to start a new business to where I motivate people. So like a motivational coach, because I'm always getting these calls from my peers and associates and things like that for advice or just for my take on the situation, or, you know, if they have an experience, they want to know, well, what do you think this means? So, and I'm pretty good at it, not to toot my own horn, but, you know, it is what it is. And so some people don't want to deal with the truth and the information that you give them that can enhance their life or help them step their game up. You know, we live in a very sedentary society to where a lot of things are robotic, and a lot of people need that push. So, I mean, however you get uplifting, I would say encourage yourself, but no judgment over here. However you need to feel inspired and get uplifting and encouragement and stuff like that, you know, do what works for you. But it's gonna come a time where you're not gonna have nobody to rely on. You're not gonna be able to pick up the phone and call me for input or encouragement. You know, you're not gonna be able to reach out to your family member that helped you with your kids or helped you clean up your house. Now, I can't relate to these type of individuals because I've been self-made for so long. I don't know what it's like to not juggle work, school, cleaning the house up, cooking for the kids, and still tending to my mental, physical, and emotional needs. You know, I don't know what that's like. So I can't relate, you know. And I think that's been the issue with me and a lot of my peers, is that they've put me on the pedestal. And yeah, in so many words and ways, they let me know how valuable I am. But to another extent, they don't want to let me know directly how much of an impact that I have on their life or how much I influence them. And so, as it relates to stepping your game up, it's okay if you have people that, you know, you rely on for support, whether that's mental support, financial support, emotional support. That's okay. But we living in a time where being codependent is not gonna get you where you need to be. Being codependent may appear to be helpful, but it could definitely be a setback and a hindrance. It could definitely be a crutch. So it's important that you step your game up. You know, I use the example of my friend not having the support of her mom because her mom is away traveling, and, you know, you could hear the devastation in her voice. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? You know, my mom helps me with it. And I'm sitting there thinking, your mom cleans the house, buys you groceries, helps you with your kids. And I'm not knocking that. That's nice. You know, you're very blessed if you have someone in your life that can kind of help you ease the load. But the reality is, it's not going to always be like that. So in stepping your game up, you're going to have to step outside of your box, get out your comfort zone, and get out of the element of the mental space that you're in, that somebody's always going to help you. You know, coming up in my generation, we were self-taught on a lot of things. You know, a lot of people in my generation, we was independent by the age of 12, you know, like we knew how to cook, clean. I was cleaning the full house at the age of 12. So it's like second nature if I come home and I've been in meetings all day and I got to cook for my son. You know, that's second nature. I might be tired. You know, I might feel like, oh, well, I want to watch YouTube videos, or I want to work on my projects, or I want to promote my brand and my business. But, you know, you got to, first of all, have a schedule. You know, when you want to step your game up, the first step to setting your game up is to have a schedule. Put yourself on a schedule, and also planning. Most successful people, most successful entrepreneurs and business owners, they have a planner. They look at their calendar. And I've always had a daily to-do list, and that helps me step my game up because, writing, spelling, scripting, all that's powerful. And it's really a tool that we haven't really been informed how to fully manifest, right? So if we're using our daily to-do list, or we have a planner or a calendar, that could definitely shape and mold the direction that our day is going to go in. And I found that, I was really heavily doing my to-do list at one point in my life. And, things were just flowing at that time. And then some days I'll say, well, you could be a little bit relaxed and, you could play it by ear, or you could go with the flow, and just have a day where you're being spontaneous. But you have to be able to be flexible. So as we relate that to what's going on in the world today and the extreme weather alerts and the extreme heat, and we need cooling centers, and conserve your energy. Don't use your appliances, after 5 o'clock or whatever. You have to really prepare your mind for what happens if the grid go down. You know what I'm saying? Did you step your game up to where you got water, candles, flashlights, all the type of emergency equipment that would be necessary to sustain yourself and your family during these times? If the power grid go down, you can't go to the bank. Do you got a couple of dollars stashed away somewhere to where, if you needed to barter, or if you needed to go get something with cash because the ATM's not working, the credit card machine's not working, And so I'm saying that to say that a lot of people gonna be devastated when the shit goes down, because it's going down, Go download Scorpio, is going down. It's on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Y'all know, if you want to get it on SoundCloud, it's on there too. But we got to get our shit together, y'all. We got to step our game up, and we got to stop being so codependent. Learn how to do things for yourself. Learn how to be self-sufficient. Learn how to be independent. It's great if you have somebody to help you and, kind of ease the burden, ease the load. That's wonderful. But that person's not going to always be there. Sometimes you're going to have to figure things out for yourself. And you don't want to go through mental burnout because you're so devastated that you got to do stuff on your own. You got to figure stuff out for yourself. It's good to have family support. It's good to have, mama or daddy there to help you out financially, or, buy you groceries and stuff like that. But we got to get out of that, because, and I'll use this last example before I end this video. So what happens to the woman that never had her driver's license, never drove a car, because, and I know somebody like this, so this is a true story. My husband takes me everywhere. I don't have a license. I don't even know how to drive the car. That's tough. Only for the simple fact that if it was a dire situation requiring this person to get out of town or to drive somewhere, they would have a real hard time trying to learn in a moment of panic or in a moment of excitement or something going down. They would have a hard time trying to learn how to drive a car at that moment, So get out of your comfort zone, step your game up. You just want to be in a position where, like Sugar Free said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So on that note, y'all, I did pretty good on my little morning walk. She getting it together. She getting it right. But I just wanted y'all to have that information on stepping your game up. Whatever it is, whether it's your weight loss goals, whether it's, saving or spending habits, You know, whether it's fixing your credit, getting your credit together, because a lot of shit about to go down, y'all. And I want all my Eastside babies to be prepared. The shift is already happening, but we got more shifting to do. So I want y'all to be ready when this shit happen. You know, I'm basically on the front line. I'm an essential worker. So when this shit go down, y'all gonna be calling me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be overwhelmed with shit that I'm trying to prepare y'all for now. So on that note, y'all be good. Y'all be well. Y'all stay safe. I love y'all. Where my Eastside babies at? My Eastside babies been real quiet. It's gonna be all right, y'all. Keep y'all head up and stay positive. It's your girl S to the C, Scorpio, S to the C, Twerk Goddess, and I'm out.